everyone. I'm standing here with Andy, and he is the Community Engagement Coordinator here at Thunder Valley on Pine Ridge Reservation. And he is going to be telling me about what we're standing in front of and how this is going to be the future for food here in Thunder Valley.
So currently we are in our community garden and our demonstration farm here at the Regenerative Community Development. 99% of our food is driven in by truck into our tribal community here. And so we want to influence that by growing our own food, teaching our community how do you grow food. Here at Thunder Valley we have a poultry-based system, so we have 500 chickens in our chicken coop back here, which is run on solar at this time. We also have a geothermal greenhouse, so we can introduce to our community that you can grow food all year long. And we're really trying to just open up opportunities through growing food, so at some point we'll turn this into Thunder Valley Farms. So the folks that work in the community garden can potentially be entrepreneurs by helping to feed our nation here. So it's 2.5 acres, it's a poultry-based system. So the chickens are actually revitalizing the soil back here. This is our oldest garden here, so we're already seeing it turn into like cage, and it's got worms and it's getting really healthy.
And the chickens live like all throughout the garden?
Yeah, so they'll come out and they'll run around in here, and then we'll change into this side every now and then. Over here we have pokeberries, buffalo berries, and walnut trees.
Oh.
And then behind that we have our community garden.
And you called this an experimental farm, or what is it called?
Demonstration farm.
Demonstration farm.
Yeah. So the idea is that we're showing people that chickens in the garden can be a little ecosystem, and how to utilize that. It's really not really very expensive to raise chickens and do the farm.
And then they eat probably like the bugs from the
exactly. So they eat a lot of the insects. They scratch and fertilize the soil. So we're looking at some single-family homes back here. They're mortgage-based financing to get into home ownership opportunities here on the Oglala Nation. These particular homes can withstand 120-mile-an-hour consistent winds. So we're really getting ready for climate change. They're equipped with solar, and eventually they'll have a rain catchment system on there so we can capture all the rain that falls in this development. And we understand that climate change for our region means that it's going to be more rain in one setting, so you may get 5 to 7 inches in one rainfall, and then no rain again for an extended period of time. And so that much rain all at once isn't good for the environment and stresses structures and things like that. So we wanted to get ahead of the curve and build for climate change now rather than reacting later on. Thus we have very resilient opportunity here.
And you said this year you already got a storm that had, what was the wind speed at the storm?
Yeah, we had a storm recently that killed our community garden with 80-mile-an-hour winds and baseball-sized hails.
Wow.
And so that seems to be more of the norm in the past couple of summers, so I think that with climate change showing itself more and more, we're on the right track with the type of design that we've made for our housing opportunities.
And those baseball-sized hail, that wasn't typical growing up?
Not really. Like, we used to see small hail and then not so often, but now it seems like every storm brings a hail element to it. So this particular home is a 3-bedroom single-family home, so it's mortgage-based financing to get into this home, which we help our community qualify for those loans by teaching classes. We use passive solar strategies, so we have big windows to the south. In the spring like this, the sun barely comes in, but in the winter it shines into the room, so you don't use so much energy heating your home in the winter time. We're using young people, ages 18 to 26, to build these resilient homes. Again, it can withstand 120-mile-an-hour wind. We looked at how do we address indoor air quality, because that was a concern of the community. And we're also looking at creating pathways out of poverty. So we have the workforce program building this home so that some folks like me with 6 children, a large family, could potentially own one of these homes through that kind of a process. So it's a lot cheaper because our students are building it versus a contractor from outside of the reservation. We're also looking at creating a rain catchment system on this home. So getting ready for climate change, and we're building this so solid that it will be here 100 years from now, with the intention that you would pass that on to your children and they could pass it on to their children. So very resilient, affordable housing. You know, really what affordable housing should be is a model like this.
Yeah, and how is that going to help your economy here in the reservation?
Yeah, so right now $400 million drops into this tribal nation every year, and it turns over once and it leaves. By having a development where you have retail space and a community garden, actually a demonstration farm on the campus here, and having it, you know, social enterprises, so the stores will be more of where the employees own where they work. So within this 34 acres, we're really showing an example of really a self-sustainable community where you're creating all the energy you're going to use in this community right here in this community.
And the food.
You're growing your own food to potentially feed the 900 people that may live here. And so it's really a good model for rural America, not just for Indian country, but really kind of for the planet. And that's where we make our decisions from our people, planet, and prosperity. How does it affect the people? Does it create prosperity for the community? And are we doing right by Mother Earth? Are we you know, utilizing our resources in a good way, but also thinking about the impact of what we're doing here on Mother Earth and on our community? So,
and it's a great example for other communities to follow.
Yeah. So we're really trying to create a template here that we could hand off to you or to other communities, because the idea is that community members, community people like us actually get to make choices and decisions about what happens here, what type of housing we want, what type of jobs we're creating. So it's not a developer or a governance making those decisions for us. It's really the stakeholders that now have a voice to implement these ideas.
Awesome.